If you're booting up Skyrim Special Edition expecting to be overwhelmed by transcendent visual splendor, you're much more likely to be disappointed than blown away. Skyrim's visual upgrade is noticeable, but by no means incredible, and many of its uglier elements, like its off-putting character models, persist. But here's the thing, that's totally okay. The PS4 and Xbox One version's visuals are now on par with the game PC players have been enjoying for years. The brighter colors and crisper textures make the experience more immersive than ever for console owners. Where previously, for example, enemies in the dark might momentarily blend into their blurry or muddy backgrounds, lighting and textures are now improved to a point where visual sloppiness no longer impacts gameplay.
That's it!
And that's the key. Skyrim is, without a question or caveat, one of the greatest RPGs ever made. The fact that console gamers can now enjoy the experience even more is a direct result of the remaster's visual updates, a positive turn of events. Yes, it's somewhat disappointing that even this updated version of Skyrim can't match modern graphics, but the game looks objectively better, as if a blurry gray filter has suddenly been lifted. And the new visuals allow for an even deeper appreciation of Skyrim's rich leveling, multifaceted combat, vast open world, and deep well of side content.
It was as big as the mountain and black as night. It flew right over the barrel.
Dragons now, is it? Please, Mother. If you keep on like this, everyone in town will think you're crazy.
That appreciation is further deepened by another crucial improvement: shorter loading times. Previously, ducking into a shop or entering a dungeon would trigger an oppressively long loading screen. But now, these same instances pass in maybe a quarter of the time. Given how frequently you encounter loading screens in Skyrim, that's actually a more meaningful improvement than the upgraded graphics. Skyrim's infamous glitches seem to have subsided as well, at least to some degree. I did notice some characters clipping through objects, and my companion randomly spawned at the bottom of a cliff when I walked out of a particular dungeon. But I didn't encounter any floating mammoths or broken objectives, and my companion, when he wasn't busy spawning in a weird place, did a decent job of staying out of the way during combat. Admittedly, my time with the game thus far has been brief. I've played roughly 6 hours on PlayStation 4, which is a drop in the bucket compared to the 150 hours I spent on the original Skyrim on PC. There's still a chance, however, I'll encounter more bugs as I progress further into the game. On the flip side, I also need to explore Skyrim's 3 major DLC packs, which are included in the Special Edition, as well as the healthy collection of mods already approved and available for console players. If you somehow missed Skyrim when it originally launched 5 years ago, you owe it to yourself to play the game. And Special Edition is unquestionably your new best option to do that. And if you did play Skyrim, you now have a valid excuse to return to Tamriel's snowy northern region and complete all those guild missions you missed. The core game feels just as engrossing and exhilarating now as it did back in 2011. Frankly, the only players who don't stand to gain anything from Special Edition are PC players who've been consistently modding and playing the game for the past 5 years. If that's not you, Skyrim Special Edition is an easy recommendation.